Hey guys, so it's 2019 now. Woo! I was about to revisit my last year's resolutions and calculate the progress percentage as I do each year, but then I thought about 2018 and how it actually went, and I gotta say, it felt like falling through the sky. It was chaotic to say the least. But it was the best year I've had yet, definitely. So I started the year with this channel being in Bulgarian, but somewhere in the first quarter I decided I'm gonna switch to English to be like more international or whatever. And so I guess the year started with a really good ski season. January weekends were pretty much all spent in the mountains, on the slopes, preparing for our annual trip to the French Alps. I wasn't posting as regularly as I wanted to, but I was spending a lot of time with my friends, skiing, goofing around, spending time together, spending quality time together.
Но всичко е точно, защото с нощи правих кекс, 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 кекс. Защото с нощи правих кекс, 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 кекс.
Our annual ski trip to the French Alps was in February this year, visiting Alpe d'Huez. I don't know how to say it. Getting there was pretty much half of the adventure. The journey took us through Serbia, Croatia, Slovenia and Italy. All in all, we had an amazing two-day road trip, and we spent the night in Zagreb in this amazing apartment right in the middle of the city center. It had a sauna in the apartment. It was incredible. When we got to Valjani, where we were staying in the French Alps, there was not really a lot of time to film, and because we were 6 people in a really small hotel room, I'd say there wasn't even room to film, so we took some shots on the slopes, mostly to remember the amazing views that we had the pleasure to see. Back in Bulgaria, I continued skiing a lot, spending more weekends out of the city and with friends. Georgie and Ileana visited me for a great weekend in Pomporovo. Even when no friend was available, I would still spend every weekend up in the mountains, shredding and riding in the woods and getting a bit lost once or twice. Spent a few months flying regularly to Dortmund and Essen for work, and just as it started to get really boring, they stopped sending me there. It was then time for our spring crafting trip. Me and Toshko gathered quite a lot of friends this year, I think like 15 friends, something like that. And we went on another trip through Serbia, Bosnia and Herzegovina and Montenegro to practice our teamwork. The Drinatar Rafting Center is an amazing place where you get to reconnect with nature and spend quality time with your friends, away from internet, away from computers and smartphones. I'm pretty sure this can be considered as our annual technical cleansing. Came back to Bulgaria and left almost immediately for Ireland, where I got to see Ed Sheeran live in Dublin, spend more time with friends, make new friendships with amazing people, and I gotta say, it was a night to remember. Spent 2 more days in Ireland, one visiting a pretty small town called Holt, where we got to taste some of the best handmade sweets and cupcakes I've ever had in my entire life, and then we also sampled some amazing local brews. We then visited the cliffs of Moher, where a scene from Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows was shot. Back in Bulgaria, I got more excited about stop-motion animation and even tried out some clay animation. Then I fell in love with hiking. Always liked it, but I got hooked this summer. Started spending more and more time in the mountains, took some nice shots, found my creativity again, and almost broke my knee falling in a river. I edited myself on a horse.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
I'm on a horse. and this became my most watched video on Facebook, I started paying more attention to color grading my footage and getting more cinematic results. I think the video where me and Laura visited Krušino waterfalls was the one that like really I really made the switch from just assembling everything to really like paying attention to color grading. Me and Toshko, we did a lot more hiking, sharing with you why do we hike and what we get out of it. We spent almost every weekend for months hiking up trails and conquering peaks. Then I had to explain to my friend Sheikh how depth of field works, and I decided to make it a bit more entertaining by animating a whole video about the subject. We then had this idea to go to Greece and hike Mount Olympus in a single day. I gotta admit, it wasn't easy, and I didn't even make it quite to the top because of my terrible fear of heights. I didn't participate in the last part of the trail because it was on the edge of a 1 kilometer fall. It took us a whole day to recuperate after that, but then we spent a few days relaxing on the sunny beach near Platamon. It was relaxing, sunny and rewarding. Water was warm, sun was hot, mojitos were cold, and gyros was the best we ever had. Back in Bulgaria, I even got my friends Shait and Michaela to go on a little hike with me. Trip with Shait and Michaela! We went on the Smolon Lakes Eco Path, visited the Snezhanka Tower and the Smolon Waterfalls Canyon, and had an amazing time. I then had my system crash during a long edit and lost the whole project. When I started it again, it went in a different path and became my first try at a short movie, Another Peak. Then I had another weekend spent with Georgie and Iliana. We went to see the Golden Treasure in Panagirište and explored some historical sites in the city and the near forests. The second day of our trip, we spent in Koprivčica exploring the houses of historical Bulgarians that came from this town, as well as learning about the Danish art of happiness, Hygge, which Georgie told us all about. Self-conscious about doing intentionally doing self-consciously. Yeah, right. So, self-consciously and intentionally. And then one of the best things in 2018 happened. I have a surprise for you. You probably noticed that for the past 6 months, a certain member of my usual group to go around visit places has been missing. He's back.
Guess who's back with a brand new rap?
Woo. My buddy Ziggy, who went into hiding in March, resurfaced after a 6-month sabbatical. We started spending time together again, and you started seeing him more in my videos. Ziggy and Toshko were also the actors in my first attempt at a semi-scripted microfilm that we shot for a Film Riot and Filmstro microfilm competition. I was editing that last minute in Bansko. I want to have to film Ziggy in a green shirt in front of a green screen, then distort his face, track a pig's nose onto it, put some bruising and a green eye, then track him to a box, put the pickle sign in front of him and color grade it to get the effect. While attending the wedding of one of my closest friends back from high school, the movie was a total disaster and didn't even qualify for any prize category, but it helped me grow a lot as a filmmaker and start appreciating the pre-production phase of filmmaking a bit more. While visiting Sofia for a brunch and dinner with friends, I accidentally ended up in the Sofia Zoo, where I got to see the feeding of the elephant, the hippo and the rhino, and even got to touch the rhino's horn. Then, as ski season was further delayed due to the lack of snow, Toshko successfully persuaded Ziggy and me to do a winter hike in the snow in the beginning of December. It was a short one, but the amazing views were totally worth it. Then it was finally time to ski and to test the new GoPro Hero 7's hyper smooth stabilization. I had a spur of creativity on my last working day of 2018 and created a short stop-motion animation of Pinocchio dancing. The second Magical Beasts movie and Newt Scamander coming out of his suitcase got me so excited that I tried to recreate the effect and learned that sometimes you just need more practice and understanding on how special effects work. So for now, it's back to skiing and spending more time with people who matter to me. I spent New Year's Eve with friends and we had an amazing party all the way till the sun rose.
Guys, Happy New Year! I wish you an amazing 2019.
It has been pretty much an amazing year for me, and I just wanted to recap it and make sure I got the opportunity to thank you guys. Thank you all for the amazing support throughout 2018. I will try and make more meaningful content in 2019 and publish more regularly. Oh, by the way, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and also subscribe if you're not already. Maybe even hit the bell icon to receive notifications every time I upload a new video. Till then, thank you for watching and see you next time.